Ever thought about taking your kids fishing? Imagine the warmth of the sun on your faces, the thrill of the catch, and the joy of shared laughter. Fishing isn't just a pastime, it's a chance to create lasting memories with your children. In this video, we'll guide you step by step on how to make this experience not only enjoyable but also educational. So, are you ready to embark on a fun-filled fishing journey with your little ones? Before setting out on your fishing trip, you need to gather the right equipment. First in line is the fishing rod. This is your magic wand, your tool of the trade. It's what you'll use to cast your line out into the water and pull in those fish. They come in various sizes, but for beginners, a light to medium rod is often the best choice. It's easy to handle, especially for the little ones, and more than capable of reeling in most types of fish you'll encounter. Next, we have the fishing line. Think of it as the link between you and the fish. It's strong yet flexible, designed to withstand the pull and tug of a fish on the hook. You want to make sure you have enough line on your reel, as running out in the middle of a catch is not a fun experience. Then, there's the bait. This is what will attract the fish to your hook. There are many types of bait, from live worms to artificial lures, and the best choice often depends on the type of fish you're after. Do a little research before your trip to find out what bait works best in the area you'll be fishing. Don't forget the tackle box. This is your treasure chest, filled with all sorts of useful items like extra hooks, sinkers, bobbers, and a line cutter. It's also a great place to store your bait. Lastly, but certainly not least, is safety equipment. When you're near or on the water, safety should always be a top priority, especially when kids are involved. Life jackets are a must. They should fit snugly and be worn at all times. Remember, it's always better to be safe than sorry. With the right gear in hand, you are one step closer to your fishing adventure. The next crucial step is to find the perfect fishing spot. Now you might be thinking, any water body will do, right? Not necessarily. Selecting the ideal spot is a bit more nuanced than that. It's about finding a balance between three key factors: the presence of fish, safety, and accessibility for kids. First and foremost, you want to ensure that your chosen spot is teeming with fish. After all, the anticipation and joy of catching a fish is what makes the activity exciting, especially for the little ones. You can usually find this information online or by asking local anglers. Look for signs of fish activity, like jumping fish or birds circling overhead. Next, safety is paramount. Choose a location that is safe for kids. Avoid spots with steep banks, fast-moving water, or areas known for dangerous wildlife. Remember, the goal is to have fun and create lasting memories, not to put anyone at risk. The third factor to consider is accessibility. Can your kids comfortably reach the fishing spot? Is the terrain manageable for them? Remember, little legs may not be as adventurous or as sturdy as yours. So, select a location that's easy to get to and has a comfortable area for them to cast their lines. Beyond these factors, it's also important to research local regulations and fishing seasons. Some areas may be off-limits during certain times of the year, or there may be restrictions on the types of fish you can catch. Being aware of these regulations not only ensures you're fishing legally, but it also teaches your kids about the importance of respect and conservation. In conclusion, choosing the right fishing spot is more than just picking a pretty location. It's about considering the presence of fish, ensuring safety, and making sure the location is accessible for your kids. Plus, it's about being aware and respectful of local regulations and fishing seasons. Finding the right spot can make your fishing trip a memorable experience for your kids. Now that you've found your spot, it's time to teach your kids the basics of fishing. Start off by showing them how to cast the line. It's a simple yet important skill that sets the foundation for their fishing experience. To do this, hold the rod at about waist height, swing it back over your shoulder, and then swing it forward in a smooth motion, releasing the line as you do so. It's like throwing a baseball, but with a twist. Practice this with your children until they feel comfortable with the movement. Once the line is cast, it's all about waiting patiently. Fishing is not a rapid-fire sport. It's a game of patience, strategy, and a bit of luck. Teach your children to sit quietly, watch the bobber, and feel for any tugs on the line. This is a great opportunity to chat, share stories, and enjoy the beauty of nature around you. Now, here comes the exciting part, reeling in a fish. When your child feels a tug on the line, they should reel in steadily but not too quickly. It's like a tug of war game. If the fish pulls, let it run a bit, then reel in when it stops. It's all about balance and timing. It's important to emphasize that fishing is not just about the catch. Yes, it's thrilling to reel in a big one, but fishing is more about the journey than the destination. It's about spending quality time together, learning new skills, and enjoying the great outdoors. And remember, every fishing trip won't necessarily be a successful one in terms of the number of fish caught. Some days are just slow fishing days, but that's okay. The aim is not to catch a lot of fish, but to enjoy the process and create lasting memories. So help your kids embrace the fishing experience with all its triumphs and challenges. Teach them to appreciate the quiet moments, the thrill of the catch, and the joy of being out in nature. Remember, the goal is to have fun and create lasting memories. Fishing is not just about catching fish. It's also about safety and respect for nature. So let's talk about safety first. When we're out fishing, we're often near water. It may seem like an obvious thing to say, but it's vital to remember that water can be unpredictable and accidents can happen. Therefore, it's crucial to stay a safe distance from the water's edge, especially when the ground is slippery or uneven. Now, let's turn our attention to those sharp, shiny objects we use to catch our fish, hooks. They are an essential tool in fishing, but can cause harm if not handled carefully. Always make sure to hold hooks by their blunt end, away from your body. And remember, when not in use, keep your hooks securely stowed away. Moving on to our second point, respect for nature. We're guests in the great outdoors, and it's our responsibility to treat our surroundings with care. That means not leaving anything behind that wasn't there when we arrived. Littering is not only disrespectful, it's harmful to wildlife and the environment. So always pack your trash and dispose of it properly once you're home. Now let's talk about the fish. These creatures are a vital part of our ecosystem and deserve to be treated with respect. If you catch a fish that you're not planning to eat, handle it as gently as possible and release it back into the water swiftly. Remember, fish are living creatures and deserve to be handled with care and respect. Lastly, it's also important to respect the rules and regulations of the area where you're fishing. These rules are in place to protect the fish populations and ensure that future generations can enjoy fishing too. Remember, teaching kids to respect nature and prioritize safety ensures that fishing remains a fun and sustainable activity. So, let's make sure we pass on these important values to our little anglers. So, you're now equipped with the knowledge to take your kids on a fishing trip. Let's quickly go over what we've learned today. First, we talked about the necessary equipment. Remember, it doesn't have to be extravagant. A simple fishing rod, some bait, and a tackle box are a great start. Then, we moved on to choosing the right spot. Keep in mind the safety of the location and the type of fish you're hoping to catch. Next, we dove into teaching the basics. Patience is key here. Show them how to cast, how to reel in, and most importantly, how to wait. It's a wonderful opportunity to teach life lessons about patience and perseverance. Then we discussed safety and respect for nature. This is crucial. Not only do we want to ensure our little ones are safe during the adventure, but we also want to instill in them a deep respect for the natural world. This includes treating fish with care, picking up after ourselves, and leaving the fishing spot as clean as we found it, if not cleaner. Remember, the goal isn't to catch the biggest fish or fill the cooler. It's about spending quality time with your kids, creating memories, and instilling a love for the great outdoors. Fishing with your kids can be an unforgettable experience, so why wait? Grab your fishing rods and create some lasting memories.